guys, it's me, Pixie, your custom doll artist. Today I bring to you another custom doll video. This one I waited a long time to upload. Also, the doll was a big challenge to me, since it is a Genshin Impact character. If you played Genshin Impact, you know the characters' designs are quite complex. Costumes have a lot of details, difficult patterns and elements. And now I need to make that into a doll scale. Okay, let's go. I wanted to make Genshin dolls for a long time before this one. I never thought that KOKOMI would be my first one from this game. I still do not have much time to jump into the Genshin dolls train, but I hope soon I will have this opportunity. I played Genshin Impact myself some time ago, but only until the Inazuma arc. On this one I stopped because the game just took too much time from me. But nowadays I'm considering trying it again. Also be mindful of spending my time with it. It is still a good looking game and I like a lot of characters from there. Some of my lifetime favorites are Ajax aka Child, Razor, one of my mains back in the day, Zhongli, Alhaitham, and Risley. So you see the tendency, right? But I also like a few girls from there. Senora, Lumi, Jean, Klee, Barbara, Rosalia. It will be nice to discover new characters. But today I will make an unfamiliar character to me and it is KOKOMI. I took that commission and was all in making her. She looked like a great opportunity to try my doll maker skills. And I can say that she's the doll I'm proud of, even if the customer wasn't happy with some of my decisions about this doll, such as hair color choice. I saw it then as the only one that would work with the techniques and materials I had. So I'm sorry to my customer if I made her upset. Overall, I'm so in love with this doll. She's so pretty and cute. So intricate and interesting to observe. You will see at the end of the video. She took plenty of time to be made because of how detailed she was. Every minute of the process was worth it. I doubt I will be ready to repeat the same character, but who knows. Anyway, if you are a Genshin fan and want a character from there, it will be my priority dolls in the future. Maybe you want one for yourself, so contact me and we can discuss the details. Those will not be on the cheaper side though. One doll took me a whole month to make, so yes. But we are back to our character, KOKOMI. KOKOMI is a divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, and also serves as its supreme leader. She is well versed in the art of war, is good at strategizing, and has keen insights into military affairs. She is also adept at handling domestic affairs, diplomacy and other matters. Still, this unfathomable leader has a mysterious side to her. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, KOKOMI handles almost all the affairs on the island herself. While she is not content with such a burden, having preferred to be a military advisor, she nonetheless takes the mantle to give her people the hope and happiness they deserve. Like Jean, KOKOMI easily burns herself out completing her tasks, and tries to keep them hidden from others to avoid worrying them. Although with handling all sorts of affairs, KOKOMI is a skilled strategist who thinks of all potential scenarios and how to handle them. As a result of reading plenty of military books, although she also enjoys casual reading. She continues that habit even outside of military affairs. As a result of the role she plays, she is universally beloved by her people. KOKOMI has long pale salmon pink hair and light indigo eyes, with no pupils and a large white highlight at the top of her iris. KOKOMI's hair is styled in a high ponytail that divides itself in two at the top. Her hair is accessorized with an indigo ornament that resembles fins, each side curving around the top of her ponytail. Her attire consists of an off-the-shoulder navy blue kimono-like coat, with paler blue swirling accents that resemble waves at the bottom of her tamoto sleeves. She wears a low-cut white lilac bodysuit under her coat, ending with shorts with a scalloped hem. Attached to her chest is a large indigo bow, with her hydrovision mounted at the center alongside two purple ribbons. Her footwear consists of Geta sandals. Her accessories consist of white lilac half gloves with scalloped edges, and navy blue and lilac choker with turquoise gemstone hanging from the bottom. Many believe Sangonomiya KOKOMI to be an enigmatic, shrewd leader. However, she always has a quiet smile on her face. And while she gets things done in an orderly fashion, she will sometimes do so over laughter and light conversation. Having read many military treatises from all over Teyvat since she was a child, KOKOMI has a talent for strategy and is capable of outwitting opponents through clever stratagems. Although Watatsumi Island lacks manpower and material, Its people have managed to turn the tide of battle many times thanks to KOKOMI's tactical prowess. Whether in battle, trade, diplomacy or internal affairs, KOKOMI will do her best. Her achievements have won her the respect of Watatsumi Island's various factions. "Never fear, Her Excellency Sangonomiya is here," has become a popular saying amongst the people of Watatsumi Island. However, few people know that KOKOMI's biggest aspiration has always been to merely be an advisor behind the scenes. Socializing with others is in fact the most tiring task for her. Her hands shake every time she gives a speech. And she entertains thoughts of retreating into herself every time work starts piling up. She enjoys herself most while holed up at the home after finishing her work, face buried in her military strategy books. To reach a lofty post at such young age is considered a great achievement. But for KOKOMI, the higher up one is on the mountain, the more treacherous the path. KOKOMI is the owner of Hydrovision. Visions are 7 elements of Teyvat at the core of both gameplay and lore of Genshin Impact. They act as special status effects and damage types that can be applied in specific orders to trigger elemental reactions. The 7 elements cover 7 of the 8 damage types, the last one is physical. Each element corresponds to an Archon and the nation that worships said Archon. The nature of the relation between an Archon and its element is unknown. Similarly, while regions are heavily affected by its element, the nature of their relationship is also unknown. So Hydro is simply saying a water element. And as you can see, KOKOMI resembles some aquatic features in her design. And in this part of the video, I want to tell you many incredible and interesting facts about marine life in general. The oceans are enormous. Our oceans cover around 71% of the Earth's surface. But their depth means they contain 99% of the habitable space for life on Earth. They also contain 1.45 billion cubic kilometers of water. We haven't explored most of them. Only 5% of the seafloor has been accurately mapped by scientists. We know more about the surfaces of Moon and Mars than we do about our ocean floor. However, new technological advances could hopefully be able to change this over the coming decades. They are deep. The average depth of the ocean is around 4k meters. The deepest point is 11k meters down in Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, where the pressure is crushing 8 tons per square inch. At this depth you could fit Mountain Everest and the summit would still be over a mile below the surface. They are dark, because only the first few hundred meters of the ocean are illuminated by the sun, and half the planet is constantly experiencing nighttime. Up to 99% of the ocean is actually in complete darkness all the time. Yet this is something that we rarely consider when thinking about our oceans. They move very slowly. The global ocean conveyor belt, responsible for the constant movement of water around our oceans, moves much slower than wind or tidal-driven currents. It is estimated to take a parcel of water up to 1000 years to complete a full cycle around it. It is also constantly moving over 100 times more water than Amazon River. They store a lot of stuff even at the surface. The top 10 meters of our oceans have the same mass as our entire atmosphere. The top 2.5 meters hold an equivalent amount of heat, and the top 2.5 centimeters hold as much water. The oceans also store 38 gigatons of carbon. 1 gigaton equals 1 billion tons, which is 16 times more than the entire terrestrial biosphere. The Pacific is the largest ocean. At its widest point between Indonesia and Colombia, the Pacific Ocean is wider than the Moon. In fact, at 12k miles across, it is 5 times the diameter of the Moon. It also contains over 25k islands. The furthest point from land is closer to the space. Point Nemo in the Pacific is the furthest point in the ocean from land, located over 1000 miles from any landmass. Quite often the closest humans to this point are the astronauts on the International Space Station as they pass overhead. The world's longest mountain range is actually in the oceans. The mid-ocean ridge, which stretches over 65 kilometers across the seafloor of the all major oceans, is 4 times longer than the Andes, Rockies and Himalayas combined. The world's largest waterfall is also in the ocean. The Denmark Strait Cataract, located in the Atlantic between Iceland and Greenland, is a subsurface waterfall that consists of 5 million cubic meters of water continuously. Fallen 3.5 meters, 3 times taller than Angel Falls, is formed by a temperature difference on either side of a large underwater ridge. The oceans are full of treasure. Experts predict that there are more historical artifacts on the seafloor than in all of the world's museums combined. UNESCO believes there are as many as 3 million shipwrecks in our oceans, each one brimming with a wealth of different historical treasures. There are also 20 million tons of gold in the oceans, most of which is dissolved in seawater at concentration of a few parts per trillion. World record scuba dive. The current world record for the deepest scuba dive is 332.5 meters, set by Ahmed Gabr in the Red Sea in 2014. It took him just 12 minutes to reach that depth, but it took over 15 hours for him to safely ascend to the surface. Half of America is underwater. Because of its exclusive economic zone, which extends 200 miles along its long continental coastlines, Alaskan Peninsula and other island territories, over half of the USA is actually in the ocean. Coral reefs are really important and valuable. Coral reefs only cover less than 1% of the seafloor, but support up to 1/4 of known marine species. Because of this, they also provide food and income to hundreds of millions of people, in addition to storm protection and medicines. As a result, they are currently valued at around 30 billion per year, which many experts believe is an underestimate. Most of the evolutionary history of life on Earth was spent underwater. Life originated in our oceans around 3 billion years ago, but only made its way onto land around 440 million years ago, meaning around 86% of evolutionary history was spent underwater. As a result, there are also more major animal groups in our oceans, compared to on land. Up to 95% of life on the Earth is found in the oceans. Half the air we breathe comes from plankton. Trillions of photosynthetic microbes in the ocean known as phytoplankton produce as much oxygen as all the plants on land put together. Some experts would argue it's even more. This means that on average every other breath you take has come from the oceans, including oxygen produced by seagrass meadows and kelp forests. The Sahara Desert is made up of dead plankton. The sand in the Sahara Desert is mostly made up of the skeletons of diatoms, a type of phytoplankton that live inside silica housing, which used to live in an ocean above northern Africa millions of years ago. Greenland sharks can live for over 400 years. This means there are Greenland sharks currently swimming around the Arctic that were born in the 1600s. Researchers discovered this by looking at the level of radioactivity in the growth rings of their eye lenses, caused by Cold War nuclear bomb tests. Dolphins have X-ray vision. Dolphins can technically see through other animals. The high-pitched sound they produce for echolocation only rebounds off hard surfaces, such as bone and cartilage, but passes through soft tissue. This allows them to see or more accurately hear through other animals. Corals can be used to replace human bone. The chemical composition and structure of some corals are so similar to our bones that they can be used in the bone grafts. Some alterations have to be made to the coral before insertion, but it is beneficial for patients who require less surgery. Sharks don't kill people, people kill sharks. On average, less than 20 people are killed by sharks per year, but people kill over 11,000 sharks per hour. Keep that in mind the next time you hear about shark attack. Starfish can be born square. Some starfish suffer from an extremely rare birth defect and are square. It can only happen to sea stars with 5 points, and the exact nature of the mutation is still unknown. Great white sharks have lots of teeth. Those sharks can lose well over 20k teeth in a lifetime. They can have around 300 teeth at any one time, waiting to replace those that regularly fall out. Also, shark teeth are not teeth, but scales. Because of this, if they ever lose a tooth, it will just grow back. Sea turtles cannot process all of the salt from the seawater they drink in their kidneys. Therefore, they secrete excess salt through a gland below their eyes, often giving the impression they are crying when on land. Iguanas have trident-shaped teeth. Marine iguanas have trident-shaped teeth that are specially designed for scraping algae off rocks. It gives them the appearance of little hands that wave at you from their gaping smiles. Parrotfish poop out beaches. Most of the white sand on tropical beaches is parrotfish poop. These colorful reef fish scrape algae off corals, often eating just as much coral as algae, which they break down and excrete as sand. The average parrotfish will poop out over 100 kilograms of sand a year. Mantis shrimp pack a punch. The mantis shrimp has the most powerful punch in the animal kingdom. They can strike their claws at 50 miles per hour, with the equivalent force of a .22 caliber bullet, and can even create sparks underwater. Deep sea fish can be dark. There are 16 species of ultra-black fish whose skin absorbs over 99% of light that hits them. That allows them to remain practically invisible in the deep ocean, and sneak up on their prey whilst avoiding predators. Pygmy seahorses don't move much. Some pygmy seahorses stay on the same sea fan their entire life, and may only ever move around within an area the size of a dinner plate. Sea sponges are older than the dinosaurs. Sea sponges were around more than 640 million years ago. Experts believe they are closely related to the very first multicellular organisms. They can also live for over 11,000 years, making them the most long-lived animals ever. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. Octopuses have 3 hearts, a systemic heart that pumps blood around the body, and 2 branchial hearts that pump it through their gills. If that wasn't weird enough, their blood is also blue, because it contains copper instead of iron. Some crabs wear living boxing gloves. Boxer crabs use anemones as boxing gloves to fight off predators. In this form of symbiosis, the anemones get free travel and food, in return for being used as a stinging weapon to protect their crustacean host. Angelfish mate for life. When angelfish chooses a partner, it's for life. If one of them dies, the other one won't breed with any other mate in their entire lifetime. Spider crabs are the masters of disguise. To survive, spider crabs use sponges, seaweed and anything that will let them blend in as camouflage, that they stick to their carapace. Flatfish are born like normal fish. All flatfish babies are born upright like other fishes. As they grow, however, they begin to gradually flatten. The digestive system of sea cucumbers cleans the ocean. Sea cucumbers' diet consists of anything that sticks to the sand of the bottom of the ocean. After they have gotten food out, they poop the sound out clean and tidy. Mating leaves male octopi confused for life. When male octopus mates with a female, he experiences chronic memory loss known as dementia. So he forever swims around with no ability to remember. A blue whale's tongue is heavier than an elephant. As the largest animal on Earth, the full-grown blue whale is so heavy, just its tongue can weigh more than an entire elephant. That means that it can be heavier than 7,000 kilograms. A ghost pipefish's head makes up almost half of its body. This unique fish is incredibly difficult to spot. Once you see it, however, its huge head will surprise you, as it makes up 44% of its entire body. Eating pufferfish can kill you. Poison only resides in a part of pufferfish's body, which means that it is not only edible but also delicious. Be careful though! If the chef doesn't cut the fish in exactly the right way, the delicacy will be lethal. Stonefish are one of the most dangerous sea animals. Though not on the list of fearsome predators, the poison stonefish carry is the most lethal one in the entire ocean. Combine this with their incredible ability to camouflage, and you understand why they are to be feared. While less poisonous than king cobra, stonefish can still be deadly and is the most painful sting a human can ever feel. People stung by stonefish usually ask doctors to amputate the limb to stop the pain. Crabs have taste buds on their feet. Forget about putting food in your mouth. Crabs don't waste time on formalities and just use their feet to taste food. The lobster can regrow an eye or an arm. Just like the lizards or sea stars, a lobster can regrow an eye or a claw it lost in the mouth of a predator. But the new one will be smaller than the first. Dolphins are sleepwalkers. Dolphins only sleep with half their brain and one eye closed at a time. Prisoners used to eat lobsters. In the past, lobsters were considered at the bottom of the food chain as cockroaches of the sea, or were used as a bait or fed to prisoners. When they hatch, baby octopuses are smaller than your pinky finger. So you see, aquatic life can be very vibrant. It is clear that our oceans are teeming with incredible creatures and fascinating ecosystems. From the tiniest plankton to the largest whales. Every organism plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of life. But the health of our oceans is not guaranteed. Human activities like pollution, overfishing and climate change are putting immense pressure on these delicate environments. It is up to all of us to take action to protect and preserve the oceans for future generations. The simplest is picking up plastic trash from the beaches, and everywhere you go, to be honest. Use a trash can or grab your waste in your bag. I hope today you had much fun watching this video and listening to my narration, because I enjoyed creating this video for you. Also, as usual, I am grateful to my customer. I thank you very much for your patience, for your feedback, and for the opportunity for me to make this doll. I hope KOKOMI takes her sweet place in your collection. And thank you, my viewers, for staying here with me today. Leave your comments under this video, I'd love to read them. And also tell me what is your favorite Genshin Impact character. Or maybe you don't like the game at all. In a few moments you will see a finished KOKOMI doll. So stay tuned. And since it is the end of this video, it's time to say, see you in my next videos, guys. Have a refreshing and relaxing day. Bye! Experts believe they are closely related to the very first multicellular octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. The digestive system of sea cucumbers. The digestive system of sea cucumbers. The digestive system of sea The digestive system of sea cucumbers. The digestive system of sea cucumbers. The digestive system of sea cucumbers. Так, зібралися. The digestive system of sea cucumbers. Fuck. I have no time before blackouts. I need to fucking pronounce these cucumbers. Cucumbers, right? Cucumbers. The digestive system of sea cucumbers. The digestive system of sea cucumbers cleans the ocean. Сука. Так, проржатися треба. The digestive system of sea cucumbers cleans the ocean. Покатить. What a cucumber. Все. The digestive system of sea cucumbers cleans the ocean. Все. Оце ідеально. Все. Фу. Тільки нове слово cucumbers. Ниже по строчці. The sea cucumber's diet consists of anything that sticks to sand at the bottom of the ocean. Слава тобі.